I'm Presley.
I'm Anna.
And I'm Jewell.
Welcome to our podcast.
So today's question of the day is, how does frontier mythology influence today's society? And we'll be discussing the idea of cowboys versus Indians, like where the strong white man captures, punishes, or leads the poorly recreative Native American. And like this is still really prominent within today's media, and it's still like an issue today, but it's just like disguised a little differently. So instead of the idea of like people of color are bad, it's more so people of color are only there for the benefit of the white man, and how it's like their job to uplift white people.
I feel like this also, it started like since the beginning of time, like with Columbus and everything, and like the idea that I know, gross, we don't like Columbus, and how he went and conquered people and gained new land, and like how that whole idea of colonies and like wanting to gain more land and stuff and taking it from people and not caring about people, which is pretty gross. But the game Cowboys versus Indians, like I don't think I grew it playing up, or I don't think I played it growing up. But
wait, what game is that?
It's like
cops and robbers.
Cops and robbers, and like the cowboys have guns and are like superior and more technologically advanced, whereas like
and they're hunting
Native Americans or the Indians are like being hunted, and they have bows and arrows, and like bows and arrows versus guns, like guns would win. And so that whole idea of like being superior and stuff really has to do with that.
Okay, wait, actually we've been talking about this, but I don't think I've played that before.
Really?
Yeah.
I've played like...
Is it like a game, like a class game?
No, they usually do it at summer camp, and it's like,
yeah.
For us, we did cops and robbers, and the robbers would all like have to look for like the loot, right?
Yeah,
and then,
or like capture the flag too.
Yeah, capture the flag. It's like, it's pretty much capture the flag, but with all the teams, like one team is bad, and they're labeled the Indians, and then the other team is good, and they're labeled the Cowboys.
Yeah, no, I've never played that version.
No, I've only played like cops and robbers. They repurposed the name recently.
Yeah. Is it like Sharks and Minnows?
Sharks and Minnows, kind of the same thing.
That's just more like tag.
Yeah. Anyways, I feel like Good Luck Charlie is a great example of this. It's a Disney Channel show. Cause the Ivy, Teddy's friend, what is she? She's just kind of like the side character.
Yeah, I just think that like the fact that like I grew up on this show, and like I never realized that like it was such a bad thing until now, because like Ivy, she's like there for Teddy all the time, and like that's like her purpose in the whole show, is just to uplift Teddy whenever something goes wrong for her, and she's just like constantly has to be there to support her, and she's also used as like comedic relief. So then they just use her so they can like laugh at her.
I feel like Disney Channel, or Disney in general, does that with like a lot of movies and a lot of shows. I feel like that one movie, Starstruck, where like the main character has all this fame and money, and he's so like popular, and then he just has the friend who's like as good as him with like music and stuff, and he's just the side.
Yeah, I just like watched that the other day, and I was thinking about it because first of all, it's Christopher Wilde.
Oh,
you should know this.
Sorry.
And then his friend is Stubby. I also think that's like a really stupid name. So I'm very anti-Stubby. No, but I just think that it's like really sad how like Stubby does like everything for Christopher, and he's like,
right, that's
like
gross.
they say like Christopher's like, oh yeah, you are my best friend. Like I feed you, you do things for me, stuff like that. Like he literally like says that, and like so he's pretty much like Christopher's slave. I'm not gonna lie, and like he's always stuck with like the bad parts in life. So like, when I forgot the girl's name. When the girl gets hit by the door, and then she like throws up all over his shoe. And like when Christopher is out with that girl again, her sister Sarah is stuck, and she's like really annoying, and like Stubby's stuck with her. It's like,
poor Stubby.
He deserves better.
The name, man.
Yeah. Another Disney movie that's an example of like sort of like this is Pocahontas, and like
Ew.
it kind of just portray like obviously well most of us now have like come to light on the fact that like the way like colonizing is obviously not good.
Gross.
And it's gross. And
Native American society isn't like that at all in like the whole movie they portray them.
And like
That.
but back like I don't know, it's just that movie literally shows John Smith, a colonizer, as like this big strong white man, and it portrays it portrays the Native Americans in Pocahontas as like they like literally belittle them, and it's just kind of like tough to see. And at the very beginning of the movie, the like opening song, they say a slur about Native Americans in it, and like
It's so
the
gross.
fact that that is still like out there today, and like little kids are still watching that and not being educated on the fact that that's bad is not good.
And like Pocahontas 2 as well. Have you seen that? There's like 3 of
There
them,
is.
but they're all on Disney Plus. But Pocahontas 2 is even like more disgusting because they take her to England and they like make her all like dress up and like they like make her white basically.
I say we stop glorifying colonizers.
Yes.
For real.
Period. Cancel Columbus Day. Who celebrates Columbus Day anyways? It's nasty.
And then I was thinking of like that 70s show. Have you watched it?
No.
So, you know how like they're all white. It's like a group of white friends, and then there's like Fez.
Yeah.
And he's like the
Comedic.
exchange
Yeah.
student.
Oh,
He's like the exchange
that's
student.
what it is.
And then like they all literally like just make fun of him. So like he's like the laughing stock of the show, and like his character, he has to like over exaggerate this accent that I don't even know if he has in like real life. But like he over exaggerates
Where is he from?
it. I don't know, I forgot.
Oh.
They don't. I don't think they specify, but also like they like make him seem like dumb.
Yeah.
Because they don't like. They're like, oh, he's different, and we need comedic relief, so let's use his stupidity, quote unquote, to make this group of white people laugh, and all of the white viewers. Also.
I feel like that's a lot of shows these days and like in the past, which is a bummer because it's really gross.
And I just think that like it's so stupid. Like that's what the media feeds to children.
Yep.
And like that's what we like grow up used to. And like I know as like a person of color, like lack of representation sucks. So then it's harmful for like a child's self-image, and like all of these like shows do is like enforce negative stereotypes. So then like a child will think like I don't think that's their purpose. Like they just have to uplift and become a slave of a white man.
And that's basically what the whole frontier myth is. It's like we are more powerful, we are more technologically advanced, we are like
we are
but
white, so
we
we're
are
gonna be
white.
better than you.
Yeah. And that affects today's media portrayal. And I mean like they're like it's getting better with like Black Panther.
Oh, why'd you say it like that?
What?
It is getting better. But why'd you say it like that and look at me like that?
I think it is getting better. Like us, like obviously things are always going to still have to be worked on, but just the fact that a Disney movie was portrayed like Black Panther and stuff, that's a huge step forward, I'd say, from where we were.
Yeah.
A while
100
ago.
years.
So props to Marvel for what was it?
The
Shang-Chi and like Black Panther.
Shang-Chi,
Shang-Chi, Black Panther.
Also
Another Disney movie, Encanto.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Coco.
And
Coco
Coco.
makes me cry. Coco's so good.
Those had good representation, I'd say.
Yeah, I definitely think that we need to portray people of color way better.
Yes.
So then it helps children, and like it doesn't give like white kids this message that like people of color are like bad.
Yes.
Because I feel like that's really consistent.
Yeah,
in,
and
like
that's
history
the
in
past
general.
media did. But we are a new generation. We can fix this.
Yep.
I also feel like one last thing would be like Star Wars and like the idea that Luke, this white man, is finding all these new frontiers, but they're already like inhabited planets. If that makes sense, because there's like a bunch of alien species. And just the whole like good versus bad war, and the portrayal of, in the more recent Star Wars, Rey, the female protagonist, has a sidekick, Finn, who's black, and he's like on the side the whole time, and we barely get any Finn screen time, and that was Star Wars. I love Star Wars, but
another thing is like how Luke Skywalker, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen Star Wars. I know he rescues Princess Leia, but that was
Yeah.
my point. Like, they just portrayed him as like this white savior, god complex man,
yep.
and I don't know. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I have never seen Star Wars.
Yeah, no, it doesn't seem interesting at all.
It is fun, but yeah, it's just a lot of. And in like the shows too, like Attack of the Clones, which is like this animated series, there's like no animated. There's no representation. It's all the same white Star Wars characters in a show.
I feel like back to that whole idea of representation. I was like thinking about Full House and how like there is like a splash of people of color, but like that is not representation. That's just putting it in
That's
for
like
the money.
Star Wars.
Like, I definitely appreciate movies like Coco and Black Panther. And what was that one movie? It was like another Disney movie, and it had like the black. It was like about like singing.
Oh, Soul!
Yeah, I love that.
That one was so good!
cute.
That made me cry. It was very deep. But Soul was good, yeah. Anyways, so I feel like we just need more representation in media, and the frontier myth is still ruling what we read and what we watch, and it's affecting a lot of things today. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for listening.
Yeah. Woo! Frontier myth is back.
Yeah.